Okay, so now that we know how to find Q1, our median, Q3, we can now start talking about our 5-number summary. So our 5-number summaries are another way to pretty much display your quantitative data. Okay, they are a bit different than in how you read them than you would a dot plot or a histogram. There is a way to take a look to kind of figure out what the histogram or dot plot would look like. I'm going to show you that in class. Here, though, I would like to show you how to create them. Pretty easy. The minimum and maximum values alone, they don't tell us little a bit about the distribution as a whole. Likewise, the median and the quartiles tell us little about the tails of a distribution. So to get a better idea of center and spread, you're going to want to combine all these numbers. Okay. Once you have all of these numbers, okay, we can now create a box plot, okay? So the 5-number summary divides the distribution roughly into quarters. This leads to a new display of quantitative data, the box plot, okay? So because it's dividing your distribution into quarters, you'll get a good idea of whether it's skewed or not, or roughly symmetric. So how to make a box plot. You're going to want to draw and label a number line that includes the range of the distribution. You'll draw a box from Q1 to Q3. I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. You'll note the median inside the box, usually just with a line or a mark. And then you'll extend the lines from the box out to the minimum and maximum values that are not outliers. These lines are often called whiskers. We will notate outliers, but we will notate them differently than the rest. So here was our travel times in New York. Okay, we already found that our median was 22.5, our Q1 15, our Q3 42.5. So the first thing that we're going to do is write our number line. Here it is. We're then going to put a central box around Q1 and Q3, and we'll mark the median in the middle with a line. We're then going to want to draw a whisker out to our minimum point and a whisker out to our maximum point that is not an outlier. That means we'll stop at 65. We will notate that 85 is there and that it is an outlier by using something like a dot or an asterisk. So let's do one on our own and then we will move on. Okay, so Barry Bonds, right? So Barry Bonds set the major league record by hitting 73 home runs in a single season in 2001. In 2007, Bonds hit his 756th career home run, which broke Hank Aaron's long-standing record of 755. By the end of that season, he had increased the total to 762. Here are the data on the number of home runs that Bonds hit in each of his 21 complete seasons. I ordered them for you from least to greatest to make our lives a little bit easier. Okay, our minimum and our maximum are usually easy to find, with the exception of we're not 100% sure about an outlier or not right now, but we'll, for the moment, we'll mark this as our maximum. Okay. Our median, so it's 21, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here's our median. Okay. Nice and easy. It is the middle because it's an odd number. Okay. Here's your lower half. Here's your upper half. Okay. So that means that you're going to have 25 and 26 in the middle for Q1, so giving you 25.5 for Q1, and then the 45 and the 45 in the middle for Q3. So 45 for Q3. Okay. So you can now make a box plot. Okay. Create my number line. So my central box is around 25.5 and to 45. Okay, I need to now notate my median at 34. Okay, I'm going to draw my one whisker to my min, and I'm going to draw my other whisker to my max. Okay, so now let's just quickly talk about what the distribution looks like. Okay, so you can see that this is a long tail end here. Okay, so this is probably going to be right skewed. So let's talk about the idea of that 73. So I marked it as our maximum, but now we understand that, well, a maximum would actually be an outlier would actually be marked with an asterisk, not as our largest value. So we should probably have a good understanding of whether this 73 is an outlier. Okay, so let's apply our 1.5 times our IQR rule. So Q3 minus Q1 to give me my IQR. Okay, so that was, where are we? 45, right? Minus our 25.5. So 19.5 for my IQR. Okay, I'm then going to want to use my 1.5 times my IQR rule. So 1.5 times 19.5 is going to give me 29.25. Okay, so 29.25 less than Q1 or greater than Q3 is going to give me my cutoff marks for being outliers. So Q1, we don't really have an issue with that because that's going to bring us to numbers that are not possible. You can't hit negative home runs. So let's just address the 73 at Q3. So Q3 plus your 1.5 times your IQR, okay, which was 29.25, plus your Q3 was at 45, okay, which gives you 74.25 as your cutoff. 73 is less than that, and so 73 is okay. It's within your cutoff range. That means it's not considered an outlier. We'll leave it as our max value. And that's it for this video.